Hi, welcome to the video of how to set float level and adjusting your carb. Basically, the story is I bought it's a KTM EXC 300. It's a 2015. It's only got 24 hours on it, but I've had real problems with it using lots of fuel. So basically I'm going through a tank in about an hour and 45 minutes. I know a lot of people probably say, oh, that's normal, but I reckon you can get it better than that and still keep the original power and still have it running perfectly. So what you really need to be checking, if when you turn your fuel on and tilt your bike to the side, I was tilting my bike to the side, not too far, and you start the float bowl starts overflowing. Also, when I was jumping up and down on the bike, just literally sat in the workshop, pushing the back of the bike up and down, I had a bit of fuel coming out. So I'm thinking there's something wrong here. So what I've done is taken the carb off, the normal way. You unscrew your 4 bolts, take the bottom of the float bowl off, and basically what we're looking at is the float level. So I don't know if you can see it here. It's quite difficult to see, but if I bring it a bit closer. Okay, so what we want to do is this float here wants to be, let me just, okay, so this float here, it wants to be level with the casing. So in here you've got a little fuel inlet needle, and it's actually got a spring-loaded bumper. You can't really see it. It's difficult. Right in here, if you've got your carb apart, you'll know what you're looking at. Basically, what you want to do is have this float the tab here just resting on the top of the spring-loaded bumper, not pushing it in at all, just resting on it, and your float here wants to be level with the casing. So some people do it upside down, but obviously if you do it upside down like that, you can see that the float's going up too far and it's actually pushing the bumper in. So if you bring it back and tilt it just to the side like that, you can see as it just rests on that bumper there, this is how you want your float. Okay, so horizontal with the casing. So to adjust that, what you'd need to do is this little tab here, is you'd basically bend that up or down. You have to be very, very careful when you're doing this. It's quite delicate, but you really want to get that just perfect. So your float is just like that. It's hard to see, but if you get a good bit of light on it, you can look in through here. Obviously you're going to have to play around with different angles and stuff. Be careful you don't tilt it to the side, because this pin will just fall out. But as I'm doing that, I can see it's just resting on the bumper, just there. So that is set correctly now. Okay, also what I will be doing to try and improve it a little bit is I've actually bought for this model, which is the 300 EXC. It's actually 6 days, but that doesn't make any difference. I've got a new main jet and a pilot jet. The pilot is a 38 and the main is a 165, which is recommended. Apparently that is a good setup to go for general riding. I think it's up to from sea level to I can't remember what it was, quite high anyway. Basically I'm not going to be going over that sort of altitude, so it will be fine for what I'm using it for. I've also got a Suzuki RM 250 needle, which is at NECJ, I think it is. Haven't got my notes on me at the moment, but that also apparently is very good. So the float needle, which goes, the needle which goes in the top on the slider, I'll be changing that as well. Okay, so yeah, that's how you set your float level. If you think you're using a lot of fuel, make sure you check that first. I mean, it's not guaranteed to be that. It could be a number of things, but you know, that is a good place to start with. If you think you're losing a lot of fuel, or if you're losing it as you're riding along, like a lot of bikes do, check that first. Make sure your float level's set correctly. Also, if you're rejetting your bike, tuning the carb, you know, that is a good starting block to have it set properly. There's no point jetting your bike and doing all of that if this isn't correct. So yeah, there you go, that's how you set your float level. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to my channel for some more videos to come. Cheers.